Well, here it is Saturday, and I'm down another pound. So all total, since I started the crazy diet, I am now, let me think, 9 pounds down. So, and I'm on day number 9 because my diet was supposed to be 10 days. It's now 11 because if you saw Saturday's podcast, you'll know that my surgery got postponed by at least just 1 day and got moved to a different hospital, which actually worked out for the better because it's like half the distance than where we were going to drive. If you hear tick-tocking, that's my clock. It is right there. That's the clock you hear all the time that I jokingly call not my biological clock. We got it at an auction years ago for $13.50. But anyway, I like it when it chimes, but unfortunately it chimes every time I pick up the telephone to talk to somebody. And then we have to wait until it finishes doing its ding. So, but anyway, back to what I was talking about. So, like I said, today is Saturday, and ignore my hair. I took the dog out, and it is extremely cold here in Gettysburg and extremely windy. So, yeah, it's a little bit of a wind tunnel outside. So today is actually our 40th anniversary. We got a whole bunch of cards. I'm going to spin this around so you can see the cards. There's some over there, and there's the ones from Dave and I over there. So it's actually a really good thing that we celebrated our anniversary a few weeks ago because we wouldn't be able to do it now. So we actually went out to dinner, I guess it was about 2 weeks ago. It was right before I started this diet, it was that weekend. So we went out and had a nice dinner together, actually in New York, not too far from the hospital I'm going to be going to, but we didn't know that at the time. So yeah, we went to a nice restaurant where we could, as it got dark, you could see the sunset and you could look down. It sits way up on top of a hill. You could look down on the city as it lit up for the night. So that was really pretty too. So today we're just going to be kind of hanging out because I don't think I want to go out anywhere. It's really chilly outside. It's sunny. It's really sunny outside, but it's cold. So yeah, so we've got some things we have to do. We have special music at church tomorrow. We are singing Sweet Hour of Prayer, so we need to do some practicing for that today. And I'm trying to finish the Keeping You in Stitches because I want to be able to take something fairly small with me to the hospital, so I have something to knit or crochet. I'm not taking my crocheted, the granny squares. That would be a mess. I would have yarn and little squares all over the hospital bed. I don't know how much time I'll have to knit, but I figure I would take it with me just in case. So I want to get this shawl done, and then I'm going to take the beginning parts of the Advent calendar shawl with me to get started on that. So I'll be taking the first couple days of Yoka's Advent calendar yarn with me, and the solid black yarn that I'm putting as a background color with it as well. So that's the plans for today, for Saturday. So it is Monday night. Tomorrow is the surgery. My time for the surgery is the time to get to the hospital is 10:30. So I thought I would show you what I got for prepping for when I come home. I made some chocolate sugar-free pudding, and I also made some peanut soup. It's a little modified recipe. Now, if you don't know what peanut soup is, it is a southern dish. Most of the time, the first time I ever had it was in Colonial Williamsburg. But most of the time, peanut soup is made with, with peanuts, of course, with peanut butter, but it can be crunchy or creamy. And it usually has cream or whole milk in it. I'm making mine with skim milk, and the peanut butter I'm using is Jif fat-free. So it also has a chicken broth base to it. And sometimes people will add like different seasonings, like in a little bag, a garni or whatever to hang over the side that might have like celery and things in it. I didn't put anything like that because it has to be a smooth base. And of course, can you hear Cricket over there licking her bowl? Because of course I've got the camera on. It's time to do that. So let me show you what it looks like so far. So this is the soup. And so I pre-made it so I can just pour out a little bit at a time and then just nuke that in the microwave. And then I have these little containers here with my chocolate pudding in it. So, and here's my dinner tonight. Beef broth or chicken broth. There we go, gourmet. And I got my Propel loaded up over here which is like Gatorade over here for drinking. So, yep, we're getting set up, ready to go. So I thought I would show you what is going into the bag I'm taking to the hospital. This is, by the way, a quilt that I made quite a few years ago. We have a king-size bed. I would never do a king-size quilt again. But there it is. And I don't have a quilting frame, I just have a quilting hoop. So this took a long time. Like I said, never again on a king-size quilt. But anyway, let's get to what we came for. I have a bag here. It's one of my bigger tote bags that I'm going to use. They told me to wear something comfortable, and I would be wearing the same thing home. So I have this cotton blousey shirt and this pair of pants, and I chose these pants because the waistband on them is wide. You can see it right here. The waistband is wide and they're already a little bit loose on me. So that's what I'll be wearing tomorrow. Not going to show you my underthings. Everybody knows what those are. So anyway, I've got a pair of slippers because they said they will have me walking around. And a pair of my knitted socks. They usually supply socks, but just in case, I have some of my knitted ones. And then they said to bring pajamas because you will be walking around in the hallways. And so this is actually a bathrobe. It's a front zip bathrobe. This is actually what I wear for pajamas. So it's like a velour fuzzy warm stuff. So that's what I'll be wearing when I'm up and around with everybody. And then I have some hand cream to take with me just because my hands get dry. One of the viewers gave me some working hands cream, but it's a bigger jar, so I'm just taking something little just because I'm only going to be there overnight. And then they told me I could bring my CPAP supplies. I don't have to bring the CPAP itself, so I have this, and this is the straps that hold it in place. It just screams romance. There's where it is at nighttime. I just tuck it right there till I need it. So, and there is the CPAP. Dave uses one too, so yes, we're quite the romantic couple. You can tell we've been married 40 years. And then, of course, I had to bring something to do. So I am bringing my bag here. It says KatrinasCreations on it. And I'm actually starting on the yarn advent calendar from Yoka. So what I did, I took all of the colors out. This was at Christmas time. Took all of the 24 skeins of yarn out, and my daughter and my daughter-in-law and I organized them into the color scheme we wanted. And then today I spent, like, here's day number 1. I put them into the bag in the order that I want to use them. And I separated them. Let's see if I can get these out. Separated them into 2 balls. So one side of the shawl will have this in the beginning, and then at the end of the shawl, coming up the other side, it will be this side. Kind of hard to explain. I'm basing it on the Brighten My Day shawl, which is interstriped with black, and I am using Knit Picks palette yarn to do that. And so I have about seven of the mini skeins to get started. I don't know if I'll be able to do this while I'm there or not, but just in case, I'm prepared. So that's what I'm taking. And now I'm getting ready to go get a shower, and I have to do a special prep. And they gave me this special soap. It is, what's it called? Does it have a name? Exidine. So anyway, they gave me that and these wipes to put it on with. So I have to, when I take my shower, use this soap from my neck down to my thighs. And then tomorrow morning, I have to take another shower and use it once again in that same area. So I'm not quite sure why they gave me these, why I couldn't just use a regular washcloth. I did check this because at first I thought maybe it was like the old, when I was a nurse, they had betadine, which was like an iodine type of color, and it would stain your skin. So I thought, well, maybe that's why they gave me this. But I checked it earlier today, and this is clear. So I don't know. We'll use them. They gave them to me for that purpose, so there must be some reason. Maybe they disintegrate the washcloth. Who knows what they do to your skin. But anyway, they told me to use this, so that's what I'm going to be using. So that is it for today, at least. And tomorrow we will be headed out to the hospital. So it's about 40 minutes away, but we're given some extra time because we do have to go down into Yorktown. So, yeah. So I'm going to go get all this packed into a bag and get ready to go. See you tomorrow. Well, hello. It is the day after the surgery. It was painful. I'll be honest. I was expecting it to feel more like a C-section, but all of my stomach just hurts right now. And the worst thing is the gas that has gone up the side because they do blow air in during the surgery. But I am drinking and being able to get stuff down. Getting out of the chair is a little rough, but yeah, we made it. I could not film in the hospital. It's funny, I took all this knitting and I didn't end up doing any of it. And you can hear my voice sounds a little hoarse because it keeps drying out, which is why I'm drinking a lot. So, this is it for the bariatric journey for this week. Stay tuned next week on next Thursday and see how I've improved or how I'm doing at that point. So, thanks a lot, and I appreciate all of the prayers, and I will see you again hopefully on Saturday. We're going to try and see how I feel Friday as far as making a video. So, if you don't see a video on Saturday, it's because I really wasn't up to it. So, yeah, I will let you all go and talk to you later. Bye, everybody.